Hi there! Today I thought I would talk about monofilament top wigs and how they're different from classic cap wigs and natural part wigs. So this is a Jon Renau wig, and it has a lace front and a monofilament top from about here. And I'll kind of zoom in so you can see. Not all monotops have lace fronts, but most do. This is a fairly decent one. You can see some knots, but it's not, terrible. And it's already been cut. Some of them will have lace at the bottom. This is already ready to wear. So a monofilament wig means that literally in this top part, or monotop, every individual strand of hair was sewn in kind of like you would with a crochet hook, but a teeny tiny one. So it's individually placed so that you can part the hair and get a natural look wherever you want. So some of it takes a little bit of training. This one has bangs, but you can see if you zoom in on that, it gives that appearance that it's growing naturally out of your scalp. This is a single layer monofilament. Some of them have a double layer monofilament, which means that you don't see any knots and your scalp doesn't peek through because there's a layer of fabric underneath that shows through all the time. This is a little more affordable, just a plain monotop wig. I will go ahead and take this off and show you the inside. So now I've switched wigs. This is a natural part wig, which we'll talk about in a second. I just wanted to show you the monopart wig, or I'm sorry, monotop wig. So the cap construction looks like this. You can see it's got the wefts in the back and sides, but the top is a lace mesh with individually tied hairs. So you can see the knots are here and it feels slightly rough. This is just a normal monofilament top. They make a double monofilament which has another layer of fabric so that it's a little smoother, those knots don't scratch your scalp, and it always shows through a uniform color. This you really need to wear a wig cap with if you want the single layer to have that uniform color or not have any hair left, which is often what these are designed for. This is the lace front, and it is a pre-cut lace front. So it's pretty nicely done. It doesn't start with a very harsh line, it kind of gradually moves in. But if you are super close up, it does look slightly like doll hair growing out of your forehead. So I like this one, but I'm not a huge fan of most lace fronts. But it allows you to part in any direction and still have that scalp look peeking through. So this is synthetic, it's beautiful quality, very silky soft. I do really like this Jon Renau wig. I don't know which model it is because it came in a lot on eBay and didn't have the original packaging. So unfortunately, Jon Renau doesn't put the model number on their tags, which I really wish they would, so when we have lots of wigs we can tell them apart. But let's compare to a classic cap wig. This is a classic cap with permatease, and that means that this top part is wefted. So there's lines of hair going this way, and then it's got a little bit of permatease in there as well. These are the most affordable because a person in China is not spending hours and hours like they do with the monofilament, individually tying hairs into a mesh lace all day long. So it could take probably a full day for one wig, which is why monofilament wigs are more expensive. But they do look better, so you get what you pay for. Then we'll talk about this wig I have on, which is a natural part wig, which means there's a tiny strip of plastic with hairs individually punched into that to give that illusion of a scalp and a part. So now we'll look at the cap construction of a natural part wig. If you look, it looks sort of like scalp, but you can't part it. It only parts in the middle or wherever that part is set. If you want a side part, you can kind of tug your wig to the side, but it will never really look totally normal. So on the inside, you can see it's got the lines of wefts, but it's got this tiny area which is a skin-toned plastic, and the hairs are individually kind of poked into that plastic. So you don't see any knots and you don't see any wefts from your construction, you just see what looks like a scalp. And a lot of people will tweeze that part to make it wider because it does come very thin. I have not done that with this one, but if you pull out some hairs, it will make it look a lot more natural. And it has bangs because it is just a hard line front, which is very different from the lace front monofilament top wig that I have on. So this is a lot more affordable, and if you're looking at websites like Sam's Beauty, you'll often see a natural part wig there. I thought I would really zoom in on this parting so you can see if you wore a flesh-toned wig cap or did not have any hair left, what it would look like. So you can tell that it isn't a grid, but unless somebody is right up on your scalp, they're not going to notice that kind of doll hair look. They're just going to notice a natural looking hairline. So it is very nicely done. And then this is what a classic cap looks like. You don't see any scalp peeking through. It just looks like really thick hair. And you can see that there's a little bit of permatease here. It's not the most convincing, but it is the most affordable. Here is what a natural part wig looks like. You can see that it looks a little bit like a scalp, but you cannot really part it because it's only right here and those hairs are punched in a certain direction. So you can tweeze out to make this part wider, which I have not done yet. If you have any questions or comments, please leave me a note, and if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.